Hey guys, BellaJulez here. So I just got done watching Wolves of Wall Street. I mainly watched it because before Christine asked me to review a movie with an actor that I don't really like in it, I was gonna give it a chance anyway, just to see because it was on Kevin Smith spoilers, and they watched it and they said there was a lot of drugs and sex in it, and that's not why I watched it. Although I was pretty curious to see how much drugs and sex there was. Um, so I was also just curious about what the movie was about because oddly enough, when I find movies cheating people out of money, I'm kind of intrigued. So that's pretty much what this movie was about. It stars Leonardo DiCaprio as the main guy Jordan, and he learns how to be a spark broker at like a very young age, and then he's just really money hungry and he wants more money, more money. So then he finds out another way that he could do it with cheating people out of their money, where he gets half of it back. So then he sits there and he builds up this company. And then there's a lot of drugs and a lot of girls and a lot more drugs and a lot more girls, a lot more drugs, a lot more girls. Oh, a divorce, then a remarriage, and then some drugs and a lot more girls as this business is building. And then there's a couple more scenes of drugs. He finally gets a family. He's in a bigger house because he's got all this money from like his business exploding. And then the police get wind of it, and mainly the FBI. And there's one guy who's like kind of getting on Jordan's case, and so, of course, he's sitting there and he's trying to avoid it as much as possible. Not very smartly, I may add, because most like business guys kind of do it a smarter way than like Swiss people that they know here and there. Um, so then eventually, his wife wants to leave him too. Spoilers, and it was mainly after the main part, and this was when I was just like, kind of fed up with the movie because it was 3 hours of worthless time because there was so much drugs, there were so many girls, and they could have cut out a whole lot of scenes just to get to the part of like he's gonna get captured by the police. Spoiler, sorry. Um, so there's a point where Leonardo DiCaprio and Margaret Robbie, who is a very very beautiful young lady. I do like her in this movie. I like the way she acted, and I like the way she looked at everything. Where they're in the boat and they're trying to get over to Switzerland. And he's like holding on to her, and he's like, "Baby, just hold me, baby, just hold me." I was sitting there being like, "Bitch, last time you told a girl to hold you, she let your ass drown, and that was probably the right thing to do." So I was like, one can only hope it happens again in this movie. Um, but it didn't. Spoiler, sorry. He has to go through with the courts and everything, which sucks. Um, but pretty much, like, all in all, I thought the movie was pretty long for what it was. I mean, like, yeah, you get to see some of the random shit that they spent their money on, like midgets being thrown at, like, dartboards and Velcro suits and, like, marching bands and obviously hookers and drugs and all this stuff. But there was a lot of stuff that they could have cut out, mainly to tell more of the story. And I know it's, like, really boring to a lot of people who don't want to hear about all this like money making and all this. Well, not mainly money making, but like what it takes to be a stockbroker and everything. Because he does start explaining. Then he goes, "Why am I telling you guys? Because you're not even fucking paying attention." Which, to be honest, I only paid attention to like half of what he said, and not just because I hate him, but because like it was kind of boring. Sorry to all these stockbrokers out there. Um, my other thing was I couldn't get over the fact that he's supposed to be in his early 20s to like his early 30s by the end of the movie, and like just he's so old. Like, Leo, you need to get over yourself. Because in all honesty, what are you, like in your late 40s now? You can't look like a 22-year-old. I'm sorry. No matter how much makeup you and Matthew McConaughey like put on your like face and cake it on, you're still gonna look like you're 40 with dang old crow's feet. You're just gonna look like you had so much plastic surgery and your hair dye. I understand the kid probably had black hair who did this, but your hair dye totally looks like you took the whole Just for Men box kit and you just shoved it all over your head. Or like the old school like black shoe polish that y'all used to stick on your head back in the day to slick back your hair. That's totally what you look like you did. And I can totally tell you dyed your hair because you had a big old black spot like right across your forehead, and it was just so stupid looking. And I really couldn't get over it. It was really hard. One guy who like I'm totally in love with is John Berthal. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm so sorry because I love you as an actor. I loved you in The Walking Dead as Shane, and it was really sad that you had to die there. Spoilers if you guys aren't watching The Walking Dead and you start watching it and you fall in love with him like I did, and no one was gonna tell me. Um, and then I just got done watching him in Grudge Match, and it's just like I really don't want him to be like. Well, I haven't seen any more movies of his, but like I really just want him to stop being a supporting actor. He's so good. I like the way he acts. I like the way he looks. Of course, in this one, I didn't really like the way he looked in Wolves of Wall Street. He pretty much looked like really old, like he was trying too hard too. And I understand he's supposed to be in like his late 20s. He looked like he was trying too hard also. But like when he talked, he really sounded like Papa De Niro, so I kind of dug it at the same time because I was like, "Yeah, you're ugly, but you sound pretty damn hot," so it kind of worked out. Um, Jonah Hill in this movie was in that in between awkward stage that he's at, where like he's not fat, but he's not skinny, and he's not cute because I think he needs to be fat, like back in Superbad. I don't think he should be so fat as in like knocked up or like in accepted, but I really think he should be like as big as he was in Superbad. I thought Jonah Hill, I thought you were fine in Superbad, and like then in 21 Jump Street, you kind of got like a little bit too skinny. And then that commercial for Call of Duty, you were way too goddamn skinny. Um, and I like that you're gaining some of your weight back because you look better heavy, dude. I'm sorry, there's just some of us where we look better heavy. I know I'm a heavy girl. I look good this way. I'm probably sure I look pretty good the other way too, but like I'm okay with it, but you look good heavy. Like sometimes when you're too skinny, you're too skinny, and it's just gross looking. All in all, for the most part, the movie was okay. Like I said, they could have cut a whole lot of the sex and drugs out of it. I really didn't need to see Leonardo DiCaprio um, blanking his first wife. Spoilers: he gets two wives. Blanking his second wife. Blanking the hookers. And pretty much blanking anything that walked with like a hole in the middle of her legs. So that's pretty much what I didn't need to see. Although some of the parts where he took drugs, um, there was one scene in particular where he takes drugs where it like pretty much cleans him up at this point. Um, he that part was pretty like it was amusing. I didn't really laugh, but it was amusing because like um a lot of people who take drugs, oh no, I did this fine, don't even worry about it, and then it goes to show you, no, dude, you totally went a totally opposite direction of what you thought. So it was pretty interesting, and we all need to learn from this movie that to sell things you need supply and demand, and ask a stupid trick question when he gives you a pen. Yeah, so anyway, that was pretty much it for this one. I will be posting another one tomorrow because I also rented American Hustle because I felt like I should watch Academy Award winning movies today for some odd reason. So I'm also going to watch that one because I love Jennifer Lawrence, so that one will be up later. Thanks you guys for watching pretty much. You came into my world, got into my brain. I know it's laid out, but whatever. I'm still loved. I don't work tomorrow. Oh, also, happy Easter to you, jerks. See you later. Love you, bye.